Hey, this is Mark.
And this is Drew.
We're just really quick before the show. We just want to say we're in no way music experts.
No.
Nor do we feel like we should be necessarily judging other people for their music.
No.
Nor do we feel like we have the right to do such a thing.
No. Also, we don't mean to make fun of anyone's creative ability, and more so, we're just trying to foster creativity and have a good time with our friends. And
Just have fun.
Yeah, have fun. That's the point. It's just
agree,
a fun
Drew.
show. It's just for fun.
I agree with you. I think that is the point. I will only make fun of someone if it's truly funny. Well, I think that's all we have to say. Enjoy the show.
Welcome to our podcast. It's about a kind of contest with Mark and Drew and all their friends where they show off all their talents. They've only got 1 hour to demonstrate their power of songwriting and song recording, and then they'll tell us how.
Welcome to the very first episode of Make That Song Now, a brand new podcast and musical challenge. I'm Drew Key.
And I'm Mark Van Aglen.
We're your hosts, and joining us today is Gavin Murray. Gavin, how's it going?
Gavin Murray.
It's going great. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, of course. Thank you for being
here.
here.
What's your deal?
It's my deal?
Yeah.
Man, back up off, bro.
Sorry, bruh. Who you calling bro, bruv?
Gavin, I believe you're a cinematographer. Is that how you say that word?
Yes, that is
cinematographer.
The best pronunciation I've heard, and that is my line of work, is trying to pronounce my job title.
Cinematographer.
Or correcting people on saying it incorrectly?
Yes, but here I don't get to do that because you fucking nailed it. Can we?
What about me, Dad? What about me?
Yeah, that's I make pretty images at usually 24 frames per second for movies and such.
Wow.
And that sounds very exciting.
Yeah, a little removed from music, but I do some of that on the for fun as well.
So something that I'd like to ask our guests is, why do you think we asked you to be on the show?
Well,
you're asking our guests, or you're asking...
let me tell you guys about this show that I have a long and storied history with this specific show. I go back to the first episode. Actually, I was the first guest on it.
Do you think some people would say that maybe you actually invented this show and then we stole your idea and made it into a podcast?
I mean, history will tell. The lawsuits have yet to pan out, but
because I don't think anyone's going to believe that.
If anything, he co-invented it.
You know,
true.
I don't care for this legal jargon, but that might be fair. I had a hand
I'm very
in it.
happy to have. I'm happy to have a role in it, in that I just kind of shoehorned my way in there, and now I'm gonna ride this pony all the way to the top.
I'm just glad to be here, to be kind of an Iron Chef character that really just has no expertise and no valid reason to be the Iron Chef, Iron Music Chef.
Iron Music Chef.
Okay.
Iron Music Chef.
And Gavin, our listeners are dying to know the answer to a question that I am very excited to ask you. Here we go. Do you believe in life after love?
Yeah, I do.
Very optimistic, but wrong, but very optimistic.
The answer was, I really don't think I'm strong enough. But, thank you so much for your time. I'm glad you were here, and have a nice day.
All right.
I appreciate you having me.
That was Make That Song Now.
Yep.
Episode
this is
1.
The end of our show.
Thanks so much for joining us, and we'll see you next fall.
But seriously, on a serious note, in all seriosity, this show is a musical competition. We give our contestants 1 hour to write and record a song.
Wait, we had an hour?
Yeah,
Just
that's
kidding.
all you had. Did you
Just
go
kidding.
over?
No.
Good.
I have video proof.
So, me and Mark, as the hosts, alternate every week which one of us is going to record a song this week. Competing, we have Mark And
I
Gavin.
did it this week. Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Mark here.
Nice to
And
meet you.
so, as the judge, I created the prompt and sent it out to them. They opened the file, and from that point on, had just an hour to write and record one complete song. There's a few rules that we have. Mark, you want to talk about the rules?
So essentially, what happens is Drew sends us out a prompt.
I said that part.
No, oh my God, you're always underlining me in front of Gavin. Fucking. Because I was also about to say, so the prompt could be anything, and then we have an hour to write, record, and mix a song. Song has to be at least 1 minute and 30 seconds long. The song has to have at least 2 verses and 1 chorus. It has to contain at least 3 tracks. It must have lyrics. It can contain a drum track. Doesn't have to. And if it does, it may not be a pre-recorded or automated drum track. You have to make it while you're making the song there. After that, we're gonna rate it on the patented fart system or Forte if you're fancy.
Yeah, PHARTE.
Which I think we can go into a little bit more detail with in the judging round.
Yeah, let's wait for that.
That's pretty much it. Simple. Well, it sounds simple. It's not simple in execution.
Before we get started on listening and reviewing you guys' songs, let's just chit-chat a little bit more. Gavin, what got you started writing music?
I don't know. Both my parents were musicians, so I listened to my mom do that too much to the point where I thought it was kind of a little embarrassing at times. So I hid away from music until I met some cool guys in high school who were like into music and stuff. And
who would these cool guys be?
Well, there was Clark, Andrew, and Mark. But
tell me more about this Mark guy. He sounds really kind of like a sexy, charismatic type.
Yeah, tell me more about this Mark character.
So, I moved out to Sonoma County, Sebastopol in high school and met up with these 2 clowns who, we formed a band called the Bloody Skulls.
Classic.
And then I
honestly forgot about the Bloody Skulls until you said that.
I have the lyrics to Brian Shifrett framed on my wall.
Yeah.
The original paper.
And then I think without changing members, we formed like 4 other bands. There was Quadradog, who I still have a poster framed up.
Quadradog was the longest running.
Right. There was also Arcadia Gaydar, who had 1 song.
I believe it was actually Arcady Gaydar.
Correct.
Oh.
I don't want to split hairs here. I'm sorry,
Gavin, but
it
you
was
are
some time
incorrect. I'm going to subtract some points from your final score.
Oh, God damn it. And we're also in Fancy Pants Charlie and the Soldiers of Boogie.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that one, too.
Yeah, so I don't know if I wrote any songs back then, really. Oh, no, because, I did. Well, that's when we started. Mark and I would do the 30-minute song challenge.
Yeah, I remember you guys tried to get me involved, and I didn't. I failed miserably.
It is not easy. 30 minutes is really hard. An hour is really hard to do any of this.
An hour is not a lot of time, so I can't imagine doing it in 30 minutes.
We were pretty loose with the rules, though. I feel like if you were like, if you were feeling it and weren't done, like take the time you need. But like it's about the heart,
A half hour is like enough time to improvise something with just like guitar or keyboards and some improvised lyrics. Yeah. An hour is, I feel like, enough time to actually make a complete song, but you have to do it very quickly.
Yeah.
Right. And I don't know how to do, like, you guys were doing, like, you guys had was it a 4-track tape recorder thing?
What?
Well, I know Drew did
our
back in high school.
Tascam Porta Studio, the 4-track tape recorder.
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. I think I had my phone, so I never learned how to really do any of this stuff. So I thought I'd know how to do that this time around. I'd been talking to Mark about the word quantizing, which I'm still not entirely sure what it means or how to use it.
Nobody really knows what it means, Gavin.
I just don't know. Couldn't find it in GarageBand in the hour. I was looking through the menus for a little while and I couldn't find it.
Feverishly searching through menus
unless it's MIDI in GarageBand.
Oh.
unless the newer versions you can. I haven't used GarageBand in a few
Yeah,
years.
and I think on your phone GarageBand you can.
Is that what you're using, Gavin?
I was using it on my computer, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But there's like weird differences. I haven't used GarageBand in a long time, but I've used GarageBand on my phone recently because I'm all about that. And I'm pretty sure you can there, but I don't think you can on the computer. At least last time I used it.
Well, that makes sense. Because, yeah, I would have definitely taken a couple more tries at getting the timing of certain things better, but
well,
I
you know,
ran out of time.
We'll let the judging decide
Yeah.
whether you ran out of time or not.
Okay.
So, along with the prompt, we will also give out extra credit, which we can discuss. Well, no, let's go over, I guess, what the prompt was right now. So I gave out a prompt to Mark and Gavin, which was Jimmy Buffett, Ghost Hunter. So that was the main thing to base the song off of. We don't do too many rules about how to base your song off of that, but it's open to interpretation. I think you guys both did a great job. You haven't heard each other's songs yet, but I think you'll both see that you guys followed the prompt pretty accurately. And then along with the prompt, there are 3 extra credit points, which they're worth 5 points each, and they're almost always going to be, one of them will be a genre, which this week I selected chill wave.
Which I had just fucking no idea what that was.
I did spend part of my hour looking up chillwave just to remind myself how inaccessible that would be to me.
I just clicked on the first song that came up on my Google search, and I was like, oh, like Stranger Things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much. It's a lot like that, or the big examples I can think of are like Toro y Moi and Washed Out, which I feel like, Gavin, for your circumstances of not having synthesizers, it is a lot harder.
I did
to
try.
You could have
yeah.
done it vocally though, like vocal synthesizers.
Sure, you're right.
But there is some chill wave, I think, that doesn't use quite as much of a focus on synthetic instruments and more uses guitars and drums and more acoustic stuff. But yeah, I don't think either of you guys really know the genre.
Points subtracted. That's fair.
We'll see what happens there.
Fair judgments.
I have gone through.
I know. Spoilers,
and
Drew.
I just said we'll see. Okay, we're gonna save it for the judging.
Spoiler alert.
You guys want to get right into it? Get into the first song?
I'm excited about it.
Okay.
Well, I guess real quick, what were the other 2 bonus
hey,
points?
good idea.
So the other 2 extra credit rules, optional. They're completely optional, as I guess would be obvious with the name extra credit. One of them was you had to include the word snacks at least 8 times. And the last one was make a reference to cannibalism, but keep it classy. Since Gavin's our guest, let's have Gavin's song first.
Okay.
I like it.
Had it all, some might say, 2 kids, a loving wife. But I must admit I wanted more. The darkness grew inside of me. I wanted simply to trap ghosts and cut the flesh of those around me. I knew I couldn't do it here in my lovely home. I couldn't face my darling love and the kids whom I'd watched grow. Like my victims would, as I put the souls on nice to to join my ghost army. Personal cheeseburgers in paradise. At first it was simply that, my growing army of once living, though soon I craved more, found the taste of them quite thrilling. Then I took them captive, both with their lives and souls. Each one fed both my stomach, and then my ghost army fed my ego. Into the darkness I drove on, one hand upon the wheel, the other gripped a Buffett tape. I turned it on, my speakers squealed.
All right, well, Gavin wins.
That's a very good song, Gavin.
Because that was wonderful.
Congratulations.
I love the, as I put their souls on ice to join my ghost army, my own cheeseburger in paradise.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
That's poetry, Gavin.
So, real quick, there's a good chunk of that. There's like a bridge that leads into the first chorus that you really can't make out the lyrics. So
I could not figure out how to mix in GarageBand, to be honest.
And you probably didn't have much time to do it. So
no.
Maybe practice a little next time, Gavin.
Yeah, I was just leveling track by track. I only had time for one vocal take. And I could not figure out how to level within the track, so I only just leveled the one track.
Did you write the lyrics out, or
yeah,
and then record them all at once?
Yeah.
How long did that take you?
So I wrote the guitar riff first, and like I just threw on like I forget what that thing's called, that like kind of detunes and warbles. It was like the only guitar effect I was really using.
The detune warbler.
Yeah, that one.
That's called.
Yeah, it's made by Boss, I think.
Yeah.
And
is that like a phaser or something?
No, it's like a really common one that I'm forgetting the name of for some reason. I just got that too in quarantine. I got a ES339 that I've been playing with, and I kind of broke my Strat.
Wow.
Okay.
So I used that, and then I threw on what's that thing that is supposed to make it so your guitar doesn't change too much in volume?
Leveler. It's a level.
Comp something.
Obviously.
Compressor.
A compressor. I turned that all the way up. I don't really know what that does.
It sounded nice. It was definitely a nice sounding guitar.
Yeah, it sounded really good.
I mean, the guy playing it was obviously
he's learning.
Drunk,
be
maybe?
gentle on him. Yeah.
Honestly, your technical ability is very good. I would say your solo track running through there is very pleasing. And it went very well with what I was going to originally make the genre, which was just going to be soft rock, which this would have fit in perfectly for that.
Damn it. You could have gotten that extra 5 points.
I almost got bonus points.
So, real quick, if you wouldn't mind just going over those lyrics, or I can read them out if you prefer. Starting from...
read the whole thing? Or the part that's too hard to hear.
Yeah.
Well, a thing that happened too was, and this was not intentional, when I did record the song, the chorus, I just kind of timed it wrong, and so the chorus you actually hear later on, not covered, which was kind of weird. But I think the first part that goes too hard to hear is, I packed it all up and made haste in the dark of night. I packed my homemade ghost traps, EMF reader, and kitchen knife. Into the darkness I drove on.
Classic ghost hunting tools.
One hand upon the wheel. The other grabbed a Buffett tape. Turned it on. My speakers squealed.
Very evocative.
Yeah, I have like a fucking raging boner.
Yeah, great job. You definitely hit the prompt square on the head. Now, how do you spell Jimmy Buffett? Is it 2 T's?
Oh, I don't know.
Because I definitely wrote, I think I wrote Jimmy Buffet in the prompt, which
so we all
could have
fucked
gone
up.
completely different for you guys, but you both got what I was going for, and I appreciate that.
I was like, do you spell Buffett the same as buffet?
No, you
I
definitely
did
don't.
think that, and then I was like,
like the
fuck it.
inherent
He definitely
wordplay,
meant
though.
Buffett.
You know,
I
like
was
the inherent
just
wordplay.
getting off of work when I wrote my prompt, and I was really tired, and I just knew I needed to get it done so you guys could start working. And
Originally, I was working in a buffet theme with the Buffett.
see, that would have been great.
And,
Like some kind of
bonus
ghost
points
buffet.
but I had to abandon it because in this game you have to cut your losses immediately if it's not working.
It's true.
And try
It's
something
true.
new.
It's very stressful if you don't
Yeah.
feel like something is working. You basically just have to
push
start
past
over.
it, abandon it. Yeah.
And yeah, I really like your references to cannibalism. They work out. They come across, I would say, pretty classy. So
Why, thank you.
and
Yeah.
you texted us this, but would you mind saying it for the podcast? What was your alias for this song?
This is a track by Jeffrey Dahmer.
I love that so much.
It's called Buffet, actually.
You
Nice.
keep up the good work, and maybe it'll be Iron Chef Dahmer before you know it.
I'm not quite sure why you keep referencing Iron Chef, Mark.
This is a very Iron Chef type show.
Oh, okay.
True.
All right. Yeah, that was great. Do you guys want to move on and do marks
really
before
wanna
we
hear
do
Mark's
our
song,
judging?
Or do we want to do the judging first?
Before? Interesting.
I don't know. Yeah, we haven't done this before, so good question.
Yeah, this is our, we're kind of figuring things out here. So I was imagining we would listen to both the songs and then do our judgment, but it might make
about the songs.
might make more sense to do the judgment round now while the song's still fresh in everybody's mind.
I think that probably would be the best.
Okay.
If I learned one thing from playing Jackbox Drunk, it's whatever thing you're judging last is always the thing that wins because nobody remembers any of the other options.
That's true, yeah. Okay, well then let's go through. I've written down a couple things for the judging ahead of time, but I haven't done all of them. So
Just
real quick.
take us through the fart.
Yeah. So the fart system, me and Mark devised as a rating system. It's 6 different categories that are ranked 0 out of 10, and then there's 3 extra credit prompts that could be each worth 5 points. So the maximum score you could get is 75 points.
Okay.
And let's go through the acronym.
Perfect score.
So fart is spelled Pharte.
E is silent.
Yes. If you want to be fancy, you could say farte.
I often do.
Oh, but I do.
The P stands for prompt, and that's just how well you follow the prompt that was given. H is heart. I think that one's pretty obvious. Just, how much heart you put in. How much of yourself you really dedicate to the song. A stands for attitude, which, sometimes it's hard for me to differentiate between attitude and heart. But attitude, it's just something you got or you don't. So
you know it when you feel it.
Yeah, you know it when you feel it. Attitude is just kind of, maybe cut your sleeves off your denim jacket.
Yeah.
Maybe you put a couple safety pins in there.
Throw a pack of smokes in your sweatband on your head. Yeah.
Maybe you take a chewing tobacco. I don't know. R obviously would stand for really good lyrics, which that's self-explanatory. If you have really good lyrics, you'll probably do well on that one. T stands for timing, tempo, and I believe, Mark, you put in 3 different T's for this one.
The 3 T's.
Which originally we only talked about it being timing, and it was going to cover all of the kind of technical things about the song. But I think
Drew.
What was the third one you put in there? Timing, tempo, and
tone.
Tone. Okay, yeah, those are good. Still, there's only 1 T in the system. And then E stands for editing. So you don't really have much time for editing when you only have an hour to record. So let's get to it. Gavin.
Oh, and those are all rated on a 1 to 10.
Yes, I said that at the beginning.
You did?
And it's actually 0 to 10.
Oh, fuck.
Because, you can get a 0.
Yeah, that's true.
Otherwise, even if you didn't do it at all, you would still get 1 point. That doesn't make sense.
You had no heart, kid.
So Gavin, you followed the prompt perfectly.
thank you.
Jimmy Buffett, Ghost Hunter. I feel like you really got to the core of what I was going for with that prompt. So we're going to give you 10 out of 10 for prompt.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. For heart. This song, I'd say, had a lot of heart. I could really feel you put some passion in there. You gave it everything you got. So we're going to give you 10 out of 10 for heart.
Thank you, Judge.
Attitude. I felt a decent amount of attitude. I didn't come up with this one ahead of time. Attitude. I think we're going to give you 9 out of 10 for attitude.
Thank you, Judge.
I'm
going to stop saying that, by the way. I feel like I've said it too many times.
No, I like it.
It's respectful, and it makes me think.
It really makes me feel like there's someone you should respect, even though I kind of know better.
It makes me feel like we're on a cooking show.
Thank you, Judge.
Yeah. Gordon Ramsay is a guy who does cooking shows.
Thank you,
and
Chef.
People say that on MasterChef. Is that something they say on MasterChef?
I have not watched any of these shows.
I like MasterChef Junior a lot because they do silly things like dump chocolate pudding on Gordon Ramsay's head, and those kids are way too good at cooking too.
Thanks, Chef. I'm just a little kid.
That's a perfect impression of all of the children on MasterChef Junior.
It is freaky how they all have the same voice. And the same beady eyes.
And they all talk at the same time, and their eyes roll back into their heads.
Terrifying chorus.
So for really good lyrics, you definitely had really good lyrics. 10 out of 10.
Thank you, Chef.
For timing, tempo, and tone, you had some great tone in there. Your tempo was consistent throughout. I will say the drums got a little sloppy on a couple parts.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take a couple points off for timing. Let's give you a 7 for that one.
Thank you.
And editing. We're going to consider mixing as part of editing too. And the only thing I can really dock you for, most things were pretty well balanced, but you did have that one pretty quiet part in your vocals that it was a little bit inaudible. So we're going to give you a 7 out of 10 for editing.
Thank you, Judge.
Now, the extra credit, the genre I asked you guys to do was chill wave. I understand that was really difficult for you to do without synthesizers. Still, though, chill wave is a subgenre of soft rock, and I would say you did soft rock really well. So I'm not going to give you the full points, which would have been 5, but I'm going to give you some because I could tell that you tried. So we're going to give you 2 points for that one.
Thank you.
The second extra credit option, include the word snacks at least 8 times. You did not include the word snacks even once. Am I correct?
That is correct. I didn't think I could hit 8, and I just gave up on it.
That's fair. I mean, you don't have a lot of time to put all this stuff in there, and especially if you're doing lyrics and singing is your last thing, it feels quite rushed. So I'm not judging you for that. I mean, I'm judging you for that. I'm the judge. So
yeah,
but
it's your job. I understand.
So no points for snacks. And
thank you, Judge.
The last thing was reference cannibalism and keep it classy. And I would say you did that to a T. So 5 points for that. Giving you a total of, hold on, let me...
60 points.
I demand a recount.
Okay. I just recounted 60 points.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. 60 out of 75. That's not a bad score, Gavin, for our first ever contestant.
I really feel like you're setting an interesting tone for the judging, because next episode, I am going to tear you guys apart.
That's fair. Yeah, let's save that for next episode. All right. Mark, it's interesting that you would bring that up before I've judged your song. I'm
obviously joking.
Okay. Gavin, how do you feel? I will also say you can argue with these judgments too. If you want to try and argue your case, that is totally fine. So if you think I've made any inaccurate judgments, feel free to bring that up.
I mean, I think you've been kind and fair. Yeah.
Do you think anything in there was inaccurate?
No.
If you think he went too high, you can also say that.
No, I'm quite happy with the score. Yeah. Thank you for your judgment. Yeah.
Okay. I was kind of hoping this would be a little bit more like that show Doomsday Preppers, where the contestants get very angry about their score at the end and then say, well, I think you're wrong.
I do think I deserve 2 more points.
You should have lowballed him more then.
But yeah, I don't know what for. So fuck you, Judge. But thank you, Judge.
There we go. Thank you. Thank you for fulfilling my fantasy of making this show more like Doomsday Preppers. All right.
If it helps, I am broadcasting from a hole in my backyard that I'm filling with cement while I'm still inside it.
It sounds like it.
And I'm just crunching on MREs without heating them up.
Wait, you're filling with some, like you're just sitting in a hole and then it's being filled with cement?
Yep.
So
that's a bad idea, Gavin.
Are you encasing yourself in cement?
It's the only way to be safe.
It's the only way you're going to survive the bombs.
That's true. Everyone knows that cement provides the best protection from radiation zombies.
I like to call it cement. Have you ever tried that?
What did you say, Mark?
I like to call it cement. Have you ever tried that?
Tried calling it cement?
Yep. Wrap your lips around that one.
Why?
That's what some people call it. That.
Who?
I don't know. I've definitely heard people call it that though.
Cement.
I don't know why you're being so critical of me.
I'm just curious. I'm
getting really nervous about the judging.
I thought that
I'm
was
not
his
criticizing
job.
you. I'm just curious. Sorry, what'd you say, Gavin?
Oh, nothing. I was just defending you, because, I don't know, Mark seems to have something out against you, and, I would carry that into the judgments that we're about to give him, but,
Part of the reason me and Mark are such great hosts is that we have this long-standing rivalry.
Tap-a-tap.
Of constantly trying to one-up each other.
Tippity-tappity-tap.
By... pulling little pranks here and there. Like,
totally.
I'll go into Mark's email account and send an email to the president that says, fuck you. And then,
I'll dip my ball sack into his fish tank.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I killed my fish. Set off the pH balance.
Wow. I have a dirty ball sack.
Anyway,
sorry for
Mark, should we? It's all right. My little Charlie boy. That's what I named my eel.
That's his full name, my little Charlie boy.
Yeah, my little Charlie boy.
Ooh.
All right, Mark, should we move on to your song?
Yeah. This ended up being about 2 minutes longer than I meant for it to be.
How long is it in total?
I think it's 4 minutes 50.
Oh, yeah. Gavin, you told us the name of your track is Buffet.
Yeah.
Cool. And Mark, did you have a name already picked out for your track?
Yeah, my track is called Ghost Blood Bleeds White in Paradise.
Wow.
And then in parentheses, just came for the snacks.
Now, does that count as one of the snacks?
If it's not included in the song lyrics, no.
Okay. Because I did forget to mention that the subtitle for my song is just snacks 8 times in a row. If that helps.
Wait, the subtitle is just snacks 8 times in a row?
Yeah. Totally.
Then you still wouldn't get there because that doesn't actually say snacks 8 times. It's just snacks 8 times in a row.
Maybe take this weak ass shit onto a different podcast, okay?
Okay. All right. I'll be quiet now. Sorry.
You guys ready?
I'm ready.
I don't know where I'm gonna go when the ghost volcano blows. Make a beeline for the scream line when the spooky ghosts all around. Buffett, comma, James is my name. Ghost hunting is my game. Got my permits if you wanna see them. My licensing's above board. When your mayor calls, you got a ghost problem in town. That's when they call me, and then I come around. I'm real cheap cause you can pay me in margaritas and snacks. But don't ever call me fat. Yeah. Sneaking up on those ghosts, never saw it coming. Palm trees covered in ghost blood. Everybody's coming to the party. It's a ghost killing party. You'll be sorry if you don't. Everybody knows if you don't, you're a fucking ghost. Jet skis covered in ghost blood. Everybody's going to the party. It's a ghost killing party. You'll be sorry if you don't. Everybody knows if you don't, you're a motherfucking ghost. The sea is white with the ghost blood. There's so much ghost blood, it's made the water white now. Mostly if you're You'll be sorry if you didn't come to the party, because now your blood is what's making the ocean white. I just came for some snacks. Now I look at the aftermath. Ghost blood on the snacks. All the snacks machines are sold out. I just came for some snacks. Everybody's had a heart attack, cause they were scared by ghosts and the ghost and the snacks and the ghost. Yeah. Snack machines all covered in ghost blood. Everybody's going to the party. It's a ghost killing party. You'll regret it if you don't. Everybody knows that if you don't, you're a fucking ghost. Snack machines all sold out of ghost blood. Everybody's coming to the party. It's a ghost killing party. You'll regret it if you don't. Everybody knows that if you don't, you're a motherfucking Merry Christmas, everyone.
Wow.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
That was very good.
Took me exactly 1 hour.
Exactly 1 hour?
Yeah.
Did you feel rushed with anything in particular?
Nothing but all of it.
Because I noticed you had some pretty good layers in there for your vocals. A lot of good harmonies.
Some beautiful harmonies.
Background
Yeah.
vocals.
Truly.
Thank you.
That was impressive.
Thank you. I kind of did the opposite of what Gavin did. I wrote each section of the song as I was doing it in order. So I didn't have no lyrics written out. I just kind of would write each section of the song as it came to me.
Okay. How many sections did you divide it up into?
So we got the intro, verse 1. There's a mini bridge, chorus, verse 2, and then I'm very generous in calling the last part a reprise.
The tone switch was beautiful.
Thank you.
And I appreciated you wishing me a Merry Christmas.
I thought just, if just get it out of the way. If it's early, it's not, it's not bad. Or it could be really late, depending on how you look at it.
Christmas in July is,
You could, oh my God.
A thing.
I'm on trend right now.
Yeah, well, we'll be a little bit late for that.
Fuck.
But
I'm trending for the first time in my life.
Christmas in August, maybe.
Christmas in August. Or we'll just release this. We'll release the first episode in December just to make it on theme.
Yeah, there we go. And we won't explain anything about the show in the subsequent episodes. So it'll be very confusing, but this will be a big reveal in Christmas. People will get this.
Reveal.
Okay. Yeah. That was great.
Wow. Thank you.
Let's go over it a little bit before we start the judging.
Sure. I'll answer any questions you have.
So how much of this is quantized?
Most of it, yeah.
Most of the instruments in this are they all MIDI?
Yes, yeah. Except for the vocal instruments.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you get a good sound out of all of them. What else? What else do you guys want to talk about the song?
I don't know. You tell me.
So is Ghost Blood's white then?
Yeah, Ghost Bleed White. Yeah.
Oh.
Is that ghost? Do ghosts only bleed white in Paradise, or is that just an everywhere thing for ghosts?
It's an everywhere thing for Ghost. For thematic reasons, it's in Paradise.
Mm.
For kind of Jimmy Buffett themed reasons.
So I noticed at one point you say you'll be sorry if you didn't come to the party because now your blood is what's making the ocean white.
Yeah.
In reference to the earlier lines where you say ghost blood is making the ocean white.
Yeah.
So is that
and also if you don't come to the party, you're a fucking ghost.
okay? So that's what I wanted to clear up. You're saying that you're a ghost if you don't come. So it's not like
first part of the chorus is palm trees covered in ghost blood. Everybody's coming to the party. It's a ghost killing party. You'll be sorry if you don't. Everybody knows if you don't, you're a fucking ghost.
So this is a party for living people who are going to go seek out the ghosts who don't come to the party, and then they're going to kill them.
Right. Well, it's the party for the ghost hunters before they go and kill all the ghosts.
But are the ghosts invited? Because it sounds like you're talking to.
Well, the ghosts are invited, but then if they don't come, you know for sure they're a ghost.
But if they do come, there's a chance they'll get killed too. So it's not safe no matter what.
No, it's not safe no matter what. But you know for sure if someone doesn't show up, they're definitely a ghost. And then if not, I'm sorry to you and your family.
It's a little dystopian.
Yeah. It's good world building though.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that was what I was trying to do. I had limited time, but I really wanted to give you guys an experience.
Yeah. I feel experienced.
I do as well.
You do describe a pretty good, there's a sequence of events that happens in the song. You say, now I look at the aftermath, ghost blood on the snacks.
Yep.
Is anyone going to eat those snacks after they get ghost blood on them? Or
I would imagine Jimmy Buffett's going to eat them anyways.
do you get some kind of ghost disease if you eat ghost blood?
No, there's at least not known in modern science,
Mm-hmm.
any disease that's transferable from ghost to human.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Overall, I'd say it's a great song.
They thought for a long time that you could get ghost AIDS, but it turns out that you can't.
Let's go ahead and get to the judging round.
Let's do it.
Okay, so, Mark, I'd
Yeah.
say your song followed the prompt exactly. It's very evocative of Jimmy Buffett, Ghost Hunter. You actually reference in the song that your name is Jimmy Buffett. Well,
Yeah,
Buffett,
it's
James.
It's sung from the perspective of Jimmy Buffett.
Yeah, so that is perfect. So we're gonna give you 10 out of 10 for the prompt. I would say this song has a ton of heart. I really felt it. Feels sincere and emotional, and I feel like this one was a little bit more tongue in cheek than Gavin's was. Maybe not lyrical wise. Obviously, Gavin, your song was very humorous. You're not really murdering anyone and eating them.
For on air, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, off air, on the record, no cannibalism.
On the record, none of that.
Off the record, who knows what's happening?
That's for
I don't.
another day.
Another day, another dollar. Am I right?
Another
Mhm.
podcast. Am I right, brother?
I'm gonna give you a 9 out of 10 for heart.
Oh, one less than Gavin. That's cool.
Would you like to debate that at all?
I think it's cool.
I mean, yeah, it's fine. I'll just, I'll respect the judging.
Okay. Now, attitude. This song's really got attitude. It's got everything
Well,
I could think of.
I was definitely trying to put the whole system on trial
Yeah.
when I made this song.
I think you did a really good job. I think it's pretty spread even.
You say it was spread eagle?
I think it was pretty spread eagle. It looked really nice while it was doing the splits. So attitude, we're gonna go 10 out of 10. This one was really giving it to me. It was smizing. It was did a little catwalk, and it was really showing some attitude up
Thank you,
there
Tyra.
on the runway. So yeah, 10 out of 10. Great job. Now, really good lyrics. Obviously, really good lyrics. 10 out of 10.
Thank you so much.
Timing, tempo, and tone. I really liked what you did with slowing it down there at the end and bringing that reprise in. Although it wasn't a reprise, right? Because you didn't bring that part back. It was more.
Well, it was like a variation on the chorus.
Oh, okay. Was it the same chords?
It was a little bit of a key change.
Okay. I'm gonna say 10 out of 10.
Yes.
Now, editing. How much editing did you have time for?
I mean, I was editing as I went, doing levels and stuff.
Right.
As far as moving around, like I think I maybe moved like one note one time.
Okay.
As far as editing the MIDI.
Yeah.
But
It felt pretty well balanced. All of your levels were pretty good. I'm going to give you a 9 out of 10 for editing. Just because I think if you had had more time, you could have really brought out some of the synth instruments a little bit more to give it a little bit more of a full sound.
I agree, Judge.
Let's move on to extra credit. So we've got snacks. Now, I did hear you use the word snacks a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately,
I know it's 6 snacks.
I thought it
2
was 7
snack.
snacks.
Oh, okay, that's possible.
I counted it out, and I think you said snacks 7 times, and then snack 2 times.
Mm-hmm. I think it's fair to say that 2 snack is equal to 1 snacks, but I mean, I'm not like
Is it?
an expert on it or anything.
What do you think about that,
I
Gavin?
think so.
Man.
So follow my logic here, because I think I can explain to you why that's the truth. So if you have 2 snack on the table, it becomes snacks, right?
Right, but
Since there's multiple of them, it becomes plural.
but when you're saying, because you're referencing snack machines,
Which
and
are full of?
Mhm.
snacks, but
Yeah.
the thing was include the word snacks
Not-
at least 8 times.
Not the subject.
I would
snacks,
say I
but
should
the
get
word.
Yeah, not
at
not
least
the
4
concept.
points.
At least how many points?
At least 4 points.
At least
for
4
that.
points.
Yeah.
I don't know about that, Mark.
Because if it's 7 out of 8, and then I also use the word snack 2 times, basically did it.
But that's extra credit is kind of an all or nothing thing here.
Well, you gave Gavin 2 points.
It's also do you want to set a standard of almost doing the extra credit?
Well, I mean, I'm not setting the standard. The standard's already been set. The last judging round.
Well, let's move on from that then, because we can address that right here. Genre, Mark, I'd say you came really close to doing the chill wave genre. You used a lot more synth instruments. Still, I think that you're a little bit too high intensity with the song for it to be considered like chill wave. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not that chill.
But I could tell that you tried. So for that one, I'm also going to give you
Thanks,
2
Drew.
out of 5 points.
Thank you so much, Tyra.
So that is how I'm going to balance out the compromise we made for Gavin's genre. And that being said, I don't feel you should get any points for snacks.
That's fine. Just we'll see how your judging round goes next time.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep it impartial here.
I'm just farting with you on your face.
What do you think, Gavin? Should we give him any points for snacks? He did try.
I personally, like, as much as it pains me, I do feel like he should get points. I think this will put him ahead, which concerns me deeply, but I do think that he deserves at least 2 points for it.
All right, I'm going to agree with you. Yeah, my thinking was kind of on the extra credit thing. It should be an all or nothing thing, but I think maybe it's more like
it wasn't in the rules that I read to begin with. So
yeah, right. That wasn't described.
Feels like it's you guys are right now deciding that court case that will, future judges.
And I did already make the compromise for the genre one, so I think we should stick to that rule. So yeah, let's give you 2 points for snacks.
Fuck
Mark,
yeah.
Is that acceptable for you?
I'll take it.
Okay. And referencing cannibalism. I didn't hear a reference to cannibalism.
I completely forgot about that problem.
Okay, so no points for that one.
I was trying to say snacks too many times.
You did a good job.
And I came up short.
So I believe that brings you to 62 points.
Damn it. It was the 2 points. I knew it.
Yeah, it was like tied up, and then we did that.
So...
Yes!
I think I deserve 2 more points for something. Just saying that.
Just for being at like nice guy points?
If you can give me a good argument for a specific thing that you deserve 2 more points for, Gavin, we could talk about that. But if you just want 2 more points to beat Mark,
I mean,
or to tie,
to at least tie, but it's fine. I can't remember what I got subtracted points for. Especially they all seemed fine at the time.
Yours, you got 9 out of 10 for attitude, timing, tempo, and tone. You got 7 because of the sloppy drums.
Yeah.
And editing, you got 7 because of the vocals.
Those are all fair. What can I say?
And then you got extra credit for cannibalism, and you got 2 points for genre. Is there anything there that you don't agree with?
No, I think, I lost fair and square, and,
Hey, it's hip to be square. So.
This is actually something I was a little bit worried about, because I don't feel like part of the problem I had with this in the beginning when we were first discussing this idea was I didn't really want it to be a competition. I wanted it more to be like a showcase. But it feels bad, like if one of the hosts wins. You know what I mean?
If you look at Iron Chef, a lot of I'd assume a lot of times the Iron Chefs win. And
they do.
It's just an honor. It's just an honor to be part of this competition.
How do you guys feel?
I feel like it was a really stiff competition. Gavin really came out punching. I think awesome song, Gavin.
Thank you.
I think it's fair to say. Thank you so much. I feel like I don't feel like there was a loser here.
I think we're all winners.
I think it was all.
I think I might have lost,
baby.
though. That's the point of the.
No,
points.
Gavin. I think you're looking at it wrong.
I'm trying to be humble.
You won the bigger.
Honestly, the hearts
prize.
and minds of whoever's listening, probably.
I just, want to come back and take revenge.
I want you to come back and take revenge.
Yeah, we would love to have you back.
I want you to be on every episode, Gavin.
Let's not go that far.
Just kidding. Except for I'm not.
All right. Well,
I love Gavin.
Gavin, you want to be on every single episode?
Maybe. You just chop in me being confused. You can use my
we'll just for things. We'll just every now and then say, "Hey, Gavin, what do you think?" And then we'll put that in there.
This is what we should do for every contestant.
Gavin Murray soundboard. Yeah.
All right, Gavin, you
for
are
for every contestant. We should be like, and we want to ask you to be on this for every episode.
Let's not say every contestant. Let's just have Gavin. I think that's enough extra editing work. But I am very happy to have Gavin as at least our co-ghost host.
Co-ghost
guest supreme.
I want to use the word snack to describe myself, but it makes me uncomfortable.
You're pretty snacky, Gavin.
I do like snacks.
Snacks are good.
Little pita chip action, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Gavin, do you have anything real quick you'd like to promote? I know you do your other podcast.
Yeah. we've got another podcast, which we've had Mark on multiple times. Drew,
I've been on
love
it.
you to come on sometime too.
Oh, yeah,
It's
that'd
called
be great. I would love to do
Is
that.
This Still Good? Podcast about the stuff that we grew up with and whether or not it is still good.
Yeah, I love the concept. I've listened
You've
to
got
it.
me on the edge of my seat.
I've listened to a few episodes. I love it. I love your show, Gavin. It's a great show. You done good.
Thank you. I haven't heard this show yet, but I loved the experience of being on it.
Well, you're hearing it right now.
Yeah, live.
And what do you think?
So far, I love it.
What do you think about the hosts?
You know, there's room for improvement, but
That was what I was
if
just
I was going to break them down on the fart scale, it'd be like a solid 73 though out of 75 so far.
Geez, 73?
Yeah, I mean,
That's
there's not a lot of room
higher
for
than I would've
improvement.
rated
Like,
it.
don't
We must
change,
have gotten some
but-
extra credit then for something.
Yeah.
Did we? Yeah, we hit the extra credit prompts pretty well.
Yeah, what was
Yeah, it
extra
was-
credit on our?
It
Or
was
hostability.
it had to do with the word snack, but not snacks. So it was a
just
good thing
came
that Mark
for
snuck in
some
the
snacks.
non-plur, and
I know. I knew as soon
Became a
as I
topic of
listened to it
conversation.
again, I was like, "Fuck!
Yeah,
I didn't. They're not plural."
you saved us, Mark. You saved us on that.
You're welcome.
but yeah,
Okay.
Well, thanks so much for having me.
Yeah.
Can I
Thanks
come back
for
on the
being
next
here.
episode? Is that okay?
Yeah, Mark. Yeah, you can come back.
Yes.
And
I really needed a win, so this is good.
yeah, we don't have a theme song or anything, so I don't know what it's gonna be, but we'll
gonna
probably make one up before this comes out.
Snack machines, all covered in ghost blood.
Yeah, I guess that's it. Thank you so much for tuning in and joining us for this first ever episode of Make That Song Now.
Thanks, Gavin.
You guys got any parting words before we leave?
thank you, Judge.
Thanks, Tyra. I wish that this had a video thing so that we could like turn to each other and start talking as the camera comes out.
Yeah, slow.
Yes.
Maybe we could just talk and get quieter.
And I'm just shuffling papers. Yeah.
So you guys know.
Everybody's coming to the party. It's a ghost killing party. You'll regret it if you don't. Everybody knows that if you don't, you're a motherfucking Merry Christmas, everyone.